Hello and welcome to another edition of Monday Motivation with Bukola. It's a show about inspiration, women empowerment, beauty, business, money, culture, entertainment, and advocacy. And I bring you another lipstick, lip balm, and literacy virtual book reading series from Facebook. And my featured author is none other than Rita Apaloo. Rita Apaloo is a communication strategist and she's a networking guru. She knows how to bring people together in a very friendly environment to deliberate, to discuss, and inspire one another. And in the process of doing this, she took it further by doing a book called African Women Connect, taking from some of a variety of knowledge and actions in bringing together women from different countries in the African continent in the state of Minnesota, discussing issues relating to them and their loved ones and how they are adapting in their new environment of Minnesota. But you know what? I will not let the cat out of the bag. I will let you go and listen to Rita and learn one or two things on how you can create a conducive diversity, bringing people together from different backgrounds. But you know how we roll on the show with our motivational quote. So our motivational quote for today is: time is always right to do what is right. This quote is by Martin Luther King Jr. and it was published on David Rhodes' Twitter account. So I will take that again. The time is always right to do what's right. What is right? You know, every time is a perfect time to do the right thing. What is it that you have in your mind to do? Think about it. Is it the right thing to do? If it is, go ahead and do it. There is never a better time to do what is right than now, than that moment you are thinking about it. So go ahead and put action to your right thoughts. So now let's go and listen to Rita and learn how we can use this awesome book as a tool to create a conducive environment for people when bringing people together from a variety of backgrounds. Hey, my name is Bukola. I want to invite you, if you have not already done so, to subscribe to this channel. This is my YouTube channel. I want you to subscribe. I need you to subscribe to this channel for inspirational videos, for beauty videos, for motivational videos, for videos that will inspire you, that will make you take action to realize your goals and your life dreams. Thank you so much and God bless you. First of all, thank you so much for coming on the show. I really appreciate you.
I'm so happy to the show. I'm so happy to be here. I've been watching this show from day one, and I've been dodging.
So now you're on the hot seat.
Yes. Finally, you got me.
Are you ready for the flame? Oh, I wish that there could be some flame that would just go up right now.
Like,
thanks so much. So please, housekeeping stuff, my publishers people. I see some people here. Thanks for joining us. Leave your comments. If you have questions for Rita as we go on, please put in your questions. If you have comments, post your comments. And thank you so much, every one of you, for joining us this morning on this fabulous show. We're going to learn a lot about book publishing, marketing, and we're going to also learn about Rita. We'll learn a little bit about Rita this morning, her work and a process of publishing a book, and hopefully inspire you if you plan to publish your own book, or inspire you to do more if you already have a published book. So on that note, welcome to another Lipstick, Lip Balm and Literacy virtual book reading series here on Facebook Live. And this show is going to be on YouTube and Not Metro TV. Today we have a fabulous author in the house.
Hi, Joyce.
Rita Apaloo. The author of, your book title is long, so please, I have to cheat. Pardon me. This is live, so it's not recorded. So she is the author of African Women Connect, How I Started and Grew a Networking Group of African Immigrant Women for Friendship, Business, and Community. I really love that idea, how you grew networking of women for friendship, business, and community. Rita started this African Women Connect group, and I've been privileged to attend some of those meetings and also been given the opportunity to also speak at one of such events. Yep. And I was really inspired when Rita said she wants to put it in a book form to help those who want to do similar things. And I think this is a great way also to share with the audience, and also those who want to do a book but they don't know what to do or how to do it. But before we go on the show, let me also take some things out of the way, because these days I don't know why I forget some things. So what lipstick are you wearing?
I'm actually wearing Burt's Beads. It's a lip balm. I usually wear lip balm because, especially at this time of year when it's cold, it's very good for my lips. So I got it from Walgreens, and it's only $5, and this is plum.
Nice. I love it. It's colorful.
Yes.
And I'm wearing my uniform lipstick, as you all know here. So my sapphire siren purple on the outer, and I'm wearing Nikak this time inside. It's lilac. So this is the Nikak, the lilac one. And I bought like this, it's like the sample size. So that way I can try it on and see whether it's something I really like or not. So that is the lipstick. Now we're going to go to the music.
How come I can't?
Right. Thank you.
That was good.
Thanks so much. So my fabulous people, please share this broadcast out again. We have a fabulous author in the house today, Rita Apaloo. She'll be talking about a newly released book, African Women Connect. So Rita.
Yes.
I know the African Women Connect was something you started as an event that is now in a book. Can you tell us the journey of what inspired starting something like that in Minnesota?
Well, it was all about my own experience. So I've always been very curious about people. I enjoy being around people. Um, when I moved to Minnesota, when I moved to the United States, I realized that I was meeting a lot of different African women, which, was of high interest to me. Really enjoy meeting people from different countries, learning about them. And they were always really fascinating people. And so I started thinking, what if we could, I could bring some of my friends together and get to know these people. I'm like, we have these little, we have our own communities and we tend to stay within those communities. And I thought it would be great if I could find some way to have these women learn about each other so that
Mm-hmm.
it can, sort of facilitate our relationship building and community, coming together. So, community togetherness. So, for many years, I thought about, how could I do this? One of the things, when people read a book, they'll find out that I thought maybe a newsletter, just sort of highlighting a woman from and her background, what country she was from, and then that way other women could learn about her and learn about the fascinating things she's doing, or learn from her experiences, that kind of thing. So it was just something on my mind for a long time, um, and figuring out what to do about it.
Wow. That is really, really nice. So when exactly did the African Women Connect started?
Well, it started in 2004. Um, and in so after I found out it was going to be a lot of work and effort to do a newsletter, I couldn't get people to on board. I tried to go to the local newspaper in the African community, and you know things didn't work out. And so I thought, well, maybe I could just start by getting together, inviting people. And then in 2003, we bought our home. And all of a sudden, I had this space. I had a nice big basement. I had a nice big, living room. And I was like, you know what? Maybe this is what I need just to get started. So I invited my friends and asked them to invite their friends. And that's sort of how it started in February 2004.
Wow, in your basement.
In my basement, yes.
How
And
nice.
it was really cold. It was February, so I remember it was cold, and people came in, and we had, a nice little, coming together, and it was really great. I was like, after that first meeting, I knew that this was something that had to keep going.
Wow.
Yeah.
Thanks. And thank you for joining us, Deborah. And thanks for sharing. If you haven't shared this video yet, please share this video and invite your friends to come and learn. So now it's 2017.
Yeah.
And you decided to do this book,
Mm-hmm.
Still African Women Connect.
Yes.
What are in the book that you think are like the highlights that people should really look out for in the book?
So what I try to do with this book is to really focus on some of the great things that came about, but also some of the things that I did that enabled me to bring people together. Because when you're bringing people together, or you build a relationship with someone who's a little different than you are, it's first of all, relationships is challenging, just period. So then start to work with people who are a little different from you, have different values and stuff, like how do you make it work? And so I really wanted to just share, like, what are some of the things that I did, some of the principles that I follow that allow me to build relationship with these women in a way that made them feel welcome and valued, and and just wanting to continue to build a relationship. We all struggle with relationships. The older we get, the harder it is, so I wanted to do that. Whether someone was just building a relationship on their own, I also know we have a community, a diverse community, and some people really want to reach out to other people, and they're not really sure how to do that. And so I wanted to sort of share some of what I've learned that worked. And then for in terms of takeaway, I think the fact that relationships or getting people together take efforts. It takes planning. It takes tenacity. You can't just give up. You gotta keep going. You gotta look within yourself. You gotta um, try to give people the benefit of the doubt. But in the end, it works out and it pays off, and it's very rewarding. And I try to put in the book some of the things that came out of the African Women Connect, some really great relationships, but also some great experiences that people are able to experience, and now they can look back and it becomes a really great memory for them.
Wow. How nice. It's true. Relationship, even relationship within a family,
Yes.
a house can be challenging. How much more people from different backgrounds trying to come together.
Yes.
On that note, I invite you to get Rita's book. It's in the link. The link is in the description, rather. So that nice book there, I have my own copy. My copy is in my books that I use for marketing, so I don't have it here for me.
Yes.
So the link is in this description. For those of you on Facebook, you can follow that link to grab your copy. And if you are watching this on YouTube, the link is also in the description below. And for those of you who are watching at home at North Metro TV, the link is on the screen. So follow that link and go grab your own copy, because it's true. People are always looking for ways to work with others. I had dinner with someone a few days ago. When was it? It was on Tuesday night. I had dinner with someone, and this person, it's a church, and they have new people coming in, people from other cultures coming into the church, and the church is getting more vibrant, and she's looking for how to, I should send her the link of this book to also help her, because she was asking questions about how to really get these women involved in their women's group in a way that, they are showing that they really want to connect and have a relationship and do something together that they have common interest in. And I think this is a great book that people can use.
Yes.
To bring different people together. See, Africa. People say, I make that mistakes too sometimes. So I would say, I'm going to Africa instead of saying I'm going to a specific country in Africa.
Yeah.
When we're making reference to back home, we make reference to the continent instead of making reference to a specific country in the back home. And as a result, that continent has different people from different ethnic groups, and it can be challenging anywhere to have people from different groups come together to work together. So this is a book that I think everybody can really use. Even for those of you who are looking into diversity at work, this will be a great book for you to keep learning more about diversity at your workplace. Hey, my name is Bukola. I want to invite you, if you have not already done so, to subscribe to this channel. This is my YouTube channel. I want you to subscribe. I need you to subscribe to this channel for inspirational videos, for beauty videos, for motivational videos, for videos that will inspire you, that will make you take action to realize your goals and your life dreams. Thank you so much, and God bless you. So Rita, tell us a little bit about the process of putting this all information together
Okay.
to make a book?
So, so sometime in 2011, um, things sort of slowed down with AWC. Um, and if people read the book, they'll find that it was a lot of work and effort, and I kept trying to figure out how to get people involved in the administrative part to organizing, I mean, finding a place to meet, um, making sure we're sending out notices, calling people to remind them. There was just a lot of behind the scenes stuff that needed to happen to make a successful AWC meeting. And there's something I took seriously, and so I spent a lot of work around it. So I was hoping to get some people involved to help me in that sense, and it was sort of hit and miss. We had some really big events where people were more willing to help out, but like the every month kind of event, it was hard to get people. And also, I didn't figure out a way how to finance it, which was one of the challenges of having this group. And so I was constantly looking at my family finances, taking away from that. And so at some point, I had to really say, I need to think of a different way to do this. Mm-hmm. And so in that process, I decided to make AWC inactive and just sort of go online and keep people connected that way. And then in that process of thinking what's next, I started going over my notes, and I found out that I had like so much written information on it on AWC, and then I thought, well, every time I tell people this story, they're so fascinated and they want to know more. Maybe I should think about putting all of this in a book. But then once I decided that's what I wanted to do, it was just a lot of notes from different things. So I figured out that I have to actually do some writing on top of all the stuff that I had. So, so I had to organize it in a way that made sense, and in a way that would be helpful to people. And at the same time, in a storytelling type of way as well, that people will enjoy reading. So that's what I did. And I having known you for a long time, I know of your background and the fact that you wrote a book, and so I connected with you, Bukola, and we were able to talk through things, and you told me a lot about self-publishing, and so I decided that's the route I wanted to go. I did look at some other agencies, publishing agencies, but just like you told me, they're looking for celebrities, they're looking for people who they feel like they can sell more books from them. And my book is called African Women Connect, so that is not a very general enough book that they would want to publish. But I also wanted ownership. I want ownership of the book and the concept and way to expand on it. Because one of the things I'm doing now is now that I have the book and people are buying the book, I want to have conversations around the book, because I think there's still more work to do in terms of us building healthy, lasting relationships. I know we are struggling with coming together in our communities, and I'm hoping that I can have more conversation around this book with people in the community to maybe help out with some of the challenges that we're facing, and stuff like that. So I had my first book discussion, and it was awesome. I got a lot of feedback, and over time I'll be sharing some of that. I'm hoping to have more of these discussions as well. So if you're out there and you have a book, or you want to get a book and you're interested in just getting together with some of your friends, or if you are just interested and you don't have friends, we're sort of finding people who are interested in the discussion, and then we'll set something up and we'll just relax, have a good time, just like girlfriends or friends coming together, because guys can do this too. In fact, in our this first discussion, we had a male who brings people together in the community, and he has a lot to contribute to the conversation as well. So yeah, so we're gonna be having these conversations, and I'm looking forward to, hearing more from other people. This is what I loved about AWC, and what I love about having this book, because it's really about giving us an opportunity to have more conversations, to build more relationships, and just talk about things that are important to us.
Yes, thank you so much. And I want to also acknowledge those who are joining us. Marie Trot, thanks for coming in. And
Hi.
I see. Okay, so if you have any question for Rita, please post it. I'm able to read the comments. Thanks so much, Deborah, for all your comments. If you have questions for Rita, please post it in the comments. And also, the link is in the description for you to get that book. And also, if you are watching on YouTube, the link is in the description. And if you are watching at home on TV, the link is on the screen for you to get a copy of Rita's book, African Women Connect. So Rita, thank you for sharing about, even starting discussion. I want to ask now about how you've been marketing your book, because marketing is one of those areas where a lot of authors struggle.
Yes.
Some authors have books and they're struggling with marketing their books.
Mm-hmm.
They don't know how to market their books in order to get more sales coming in from the book. Mm-hmm. So what ways would you suggest that an author market his or her book, or what ways have you been using that you will be willing to share with the audience today?
So for me, this book, I'm kind of approaching it like I approach AWC, right? There are no set guidelines. It's more of a trial and error, okay? So marketing is very challenging because I have a full-time job and I have a full-time family that has several people in it, and I have to, they're a priority. And so I'm doing a lot on Facebook. To get my friends and just other people aware that the book is out there. I did a lot of before I published, I told people it was coming. And so I did a lot of things telling people what the book is about, sharing some of the topic areas that I'm going to be talking about. I did a book launch, and I was able to get a good number of friends and family to come out and get the book. The book has its own Facebook page. And so I do put a lot of stuff on there, especially, things that I'm doing. I'm going to book fairs. I also have started doing the book discussions. I'm also sending emails. I have an email list that I created from my book launch and book signings. Every time I add fairs, I also have a sign up form for people who are interested. So I'm building an email list that way. And I do send emails out monthly or sometimes twice a month, depending on what kinds of events I'm involved in. Also, I'm gearing up for the season, the holiday season. I mean, if you look at the holiday season, it's really perfect for connecting, coming together. And so I'm finding ways to play on that with my book title having connect in it, and how people can use this to connect through the holiday season, whether they're showing gratitude by giving a book to a friend, or connecting with other friends that maybe they haven't seen in a long time. Is a great gift. But but also, giving and that kind of stuff, having conversations. I'm also working on, and I'm hoping to be done by December. I'm working on like a discussion guide for people who might be interested in having these discussions just on their own, because not everybody lives in Minnesota. I know other people live in other places, and I will be happy to share the guide and have other people have conversations and maybe share with us like their group picture or some of the things that came up in their discussions. I have a survey that people can fill out afterwards and just give me a summary of what they're thinking. Again, to me, this is really a project more than a book. I really see it as my way of continuing the work of connecting women and people for, as I say, friendship, for business, and for community.
Wow, thanks so much. Meanwhile, two questions came from Deborah.
Mm-hmm.
The first one is, what challenges did you face, if any, in the process of publishing? The second one is, did you have to do any paid ad for the book?
So with with publishing,
Yeah, the challenge you faced when you were trying to publish.
so I think the challenges for me, like I have not really worked with people virtually. So so I had my copy editor that I had to work with. Everything was online. Everything was through email. Um, Not being able to have a conversation with someone about what you're doing, that to me that's challenging because I like to talk. Um, and also just it's just a lot of work. It's, writing is hard work, because you're not just writing for yourself, you're writing for other people. You want to make sure it makes sense. You also hope that your editor, because it costs money too, so there's some cost to it. You have to pay for the service, so that be a challenge. um, the time it takes a long time depending on what you're writing on. um, for me it took a whole year to write my book, um, and I had to do it in between all the other stuff of life that have to be done. So that was a challenge, and finding the time to really focus on that, um, those kinds of things. But I mean, there were challenges, but I had a plan. I had a plan, and I worked with Bukola, and she helped me out. I had a plan. I had to stick to the plan. I knew where I wanted to be at a certain time in the year, and if I wasn't there, I had to find time to work hard to get there. So if I wanted to meet my deadlines.
What about the paid ad? Did you do any paid ad for the book?
Paid ads. The only paid ads I've done so far have been through Facebook, like boosting certain posts to get it out. I've paid for book fairs. Um, I haven't done any heavy marketing, I would say. I think I'm getting to the point where I need to plan that, I think. Yeah.
Oh, thanks. And I want to acknowledge Dr. Atika Taina
I like the time.
for joining us, ma'am. She said thank you for sharing about your journey to success,
Yeah.
Rita. Thank you so much for joining, ma'am. Do you have any question for Rita? We're talking African Women Connect, and I think this is a great book for diversity discussion too, especially when talking to group of people from different backgrounds, and also when we are trying to bring different groups of people together. Deborah said thanks for answering the question. So please go and get this book. The link is in the description here on Facebook, and on YouTube it's also in the description, and if you're watching at home, it's on the screen. You can follow that link and go grab your own copy. So I'm going to be rounding up. On that note, Rita, what would be your suggestion or advice for those who want to publish their books but are scared to do so. You just told us that it took you a year to
Yeah.
do your to, what would be your advice those who want to do their book?
So during my recent book discussion, one person said that her takeaway was the fact that I do a lot of journaling, and just writing things down, right? So I would say if you planning on doing a book, do it the way I did. I mean, put a schedule on it. First, you have to know what you're writing about, and just make time to write, right? So whether it's 30 minutes, 20 minutes, um, find that time to jot something down. If you have someone you trust or someone who's interested, they can, help read what you wrote. Someone just to talk. Because I think one of the challenging thing writing a book too is sometimes you don't have people to talk to about the book that you're writing, or sometimes you're not even really sure where you're going with it yet, and so it's hard to really verbalize it, or have someone who's interested in even learning about what you're doing. So I know there are some book clubs. I mean, clubs of people writing, like authors, or just people who are interested in at some point publishing a book, and those, like, through your local libraries, you can find those as well. So it's just if determination, this is something you want to do, plan it out, follow through, and it will all come together.
Thank you. I have another question for you from Dr. Atika Taina. Do you have any strategies for educators to utilize your book?
Yeah, so I said I am going to be working on this discussion guide. But in terms of educators, we have a diverse, many of us are experiencing growing diversity. I think this is a great way to talk about maybe how one community does it and how does it relate to just anyone's life. Because I can say a lot of people leave small towns, come to the cities, and they leave family and friends behind, and they have to create a whole new community and family for themselves. This is no different than when people come from other countries, or other continents, like the African women I talked about. So we leave a lot behind of our, friends and family and community and people who know us. And that happens for everyone. It happens for people from, you know, in small towns that come to big cities. So this is a book that anybody could relate to. Um, but at the same time, there's some specifics in there about new immigrants and what do we do, because a lot of people say, "Oh, how do you survive?" We create communities when we move. We create new communities, new families, and we're doing a lot of different ways. And African Women Connect was a group where people felt like there was a community that they could come together and learn from each other, build those relationships, expand their networks, as part of how they survive in a new country and a new land.
Wow. Thanks. Dr. Tyner said writing circles are powerful tool for engagement, strategic action, and accountability.
Yeah.
And she wrote her first book with the support of writing circles. And she asked, were you a part of a writing circle?
No, I was not. No, I did it all on my own, uh, just chugging away. No, I was not. But I know I would love being a part of a writing cycle. So, circle. So that's something that's on my wish list. Maybe another book.
Wow, nice. So, on that note, we'll be winding down here. So, what will be your last word for the audience today?
So if you don't have the book, go get it because I want you to be a part of the conversation. We're going to have a conversation about how we connect to succeed, whether it's for friendship, business, or community, whether it's a personal thing or something you're doing with other people. Because this is not just connecting in a group setting. This is really how do I connect with other people um, by using some of these principles, like not taking things personal or um, making sure I'm giving people the benefit of doubt. Those are that we could even um, just on a personal level use as well as in a group setting. So
Wow.
I hope you get a book and join me in the conversations we're gonna have all over the place and learn even more.
Thank you so much. And again, the book is in the description. Click the link to go grab your copy. If you are watching here on Facebook and if you are watching on YouTube, the link is also in the description. And if you are watching at home, the link is on the screen. So follow that link and go grab your copy. All our audience members today, thank you so much for coming in. Dr. Tina, Deborah, Marie, there was somebody that came in. I don't remember the name. I think the person is one of Rita's friends.
Yeah, I saw a few
So
people coming in now.
everyone who came in that I didn't see your name to be able to acknowledge, thank you so much for joining this live conversation. I hope you come back again for another lipstick, lip balm, and literacy virtual book reading series. And if you are an author and would like to be featured on this show, please contact me at info@bukolaoriola.com. And I have Lipstick, Lip Balm, and Literacy magazine launch coming up in January. So some of the authors you've been seeing here on Facebook will be in that magazine to give you print version of what they've been talking about, the tips they've been sharing that you can have there on your shelf to always use as a reference. Instead of trying to dig through many videos, you will have something in a book form that you can open at any time for references. So on that note, thank you so much, Rita, our super awesome, fabulous author. And you know how we roll, how we sign out. We go to, are you ready for round 2 yet?
Yes. So before you hit it, I just want to say thank you for all who tuned in today, and I really appreciate the interest and it's just always you guys are always so supportive. Thank you. Have a great day. And it's time to dance, as Deborah says.
Yes. Dance time. So I'm going to stand up. Thank you so much, Rita.
Thank you for
valuable information you've shared with us today, and we hope that you will be back on the show sometime soon. And all our fabulous audience members, thank you.
Bye. Have a great day.
Bye-bye, Rita. Bye. Hey, my name is Bukola. I want to invite you, if you have not already done so, to subscribe to this channel. This is my YouTube channel. I want you to subscribe. I need you to subscribe to this channel for inspirational videos for beauty, videos, for motivational videos, for videos that will inspire you, that will make you take action to realize your goals and your life dreams. Thank you so much, and God bless you. Wow, how was that? I told you you're gonna learn a lot. Plus, she didn't only talk about networking and bringing women together, but also the process of doing her own book. I hope you got one or two tips from her on how you can do your own book. Are you pregnant with a book and you just don't have the motivation? I hope this has motivated you to go ahead and do your book. And if you've done your book and you are struggling with getting your book out, take from Rita's tips. Rita's book alone can be a tip for you on how to even promote your own book, how to get people together, people of different backgrounds, to discuss your own book. So until next time, have a super, super fabulous day. Bye bye.